Hello everyone. So very good evening. Once again, welcome back to another session of Python here. So today we will always again discuss about the packages in Python. We are continuing the same from past few days. So today also it will be the continuation of yesterday, whatever we have discussed, like, how do you deal with pandas? How are you doing changes? How you can pull the data, retrieve it, perform certain operations, like, how can you concatenate, apply that particular function, whether you want to merge the rows or the columns, right? All these are available via one particular package, which is called as pandas, and which is very, very famous for data manipulation. So numpy, where we have seen that arithmetic operations, right? And these arithmetic operations are easily performed using numpy package. Earlier, we were having math, statistics package, certain different packages were there. But now, today, recently, I got just now, I could see one particular module, like, we used to always use one module called as arima_model. It got suddenly changed to, it was throwing me an error saying that it's not arima_model. Please check what you have imported. So it just got changed to underscore, got changed to dot. So it's not one particular person is behind this community. There are many people who are working behind the scenes, who are writing the predefined functions. Our job is now, I don't know what is arima.model or underscore model. I know that, okay, I want to use arima model. I want to give it 3 parameters pre-DQ. Only that thing we know, right? But you have people who are working behind the scenes. They are writing functionalities. They are dumping into modules, into packages. Only our job is do a research, search for your requirement, satisfied package, do the needful change, and that's it. Such a flexibility we are getting with the Python is that, we are not writing anything from the scratch. That is the biggest thing and an asset what we can say for Python. So to begin with here, I'll start with Bharat today. Bharat, now if you want to sort, okay. So how many kinds of sortings are available in pandas?
To begin with, in specific to pandas, we have labeling and you have actual value. You can sort by label and you can sort by the actual value. Okay. So if you are going with labeling or by label, you can use sort_index function. That is one specific function. That is one of the method. You are passing the access arguments and then the order of sorting. Okay. So what happens is the data frame will be sorted by default. Okay. And it can be done the way that is label or a, okay, let me put it this way, row labels and ascending orders. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes. So I will just show you one example, a basic one. I'll create a data frame here. Please let me share the screen. Would you please confirm if you are able to see my screen?
Yes.
All right. Just launched a session, Python session. So I'll be using the sorting method. To begin with, first we have to import the libraries.
So every time you need to import them. Good thing is that they're already installed, right?
That is right. You don't have to install. They are pre-installed.
Yes.
Like, in fact, pickle is also pre-installed. You don't have to install it. You just have to import certain packages and they are ready to use. So I'm saying np dot. I'm using a random. Okay. Like we did, we do not have to use random again. Okay, I'm passing the access arguments as well. Okay, and then
Actually, you have to give the indexes.
that is correct. So here I will pass the indexes. So these are not values, rather these are indexes. Comma. I'm randomly giving them. Five. I'll say 9, 0, and then we'll also, since indexes begin with 0, I'll also include 0 and then 7 as well. Okay, and then I will say columns equal to so these are my columns. I'll also specify columns. Column 1, or let me do this as well. Column 2 dot column 1. Okay.
Yeah.
And then yes.
Let's run this, Bharat. Then we can.
Yes, I will run.
No.
Here.
Okay, we can print it, right? What it is?
Yes. I will print the
unsorted DF.
Correct. I will say sorted underscore my data frame is equal to I'll show you unsorted data frame. Unsorted underscore.
So what is the function we have to use here?
This is unsorted. Basically, sorted is a function that we are using.
Okay, variable, yeah. It's a sort underscore index.
Sort, yes. And then sort is a function. Sort underscore index. Once I do this, I will now print my variable that I have defined. Okay. This way, it is sorting by the label, column 2 and column 1.
Okay. Bharat, if you don't mind, can you show unsorted underscore DF? a new
Okay.
code cell. So it will be easy for the viewers to understand.
Yes, yes. So you want me to print
Unsorted
unsorted
underscore
underscore?
df, I think, right?
Okay. Yes. So what we are trying to showcase is the differences probably.
The indexes are getting sorted
Correct.
using sort underscore index function.
So here, what is happening is here we see the index as per the sorting. How we were able to sort them.
Yeah. So this is nothing but you have given an example for using label, right? Using a
That is correct.
when you are passing the arguments and data frame can be sorted. That is what on you can do it on row labels in different order. Okay.
That is correct.
Okay. So Ashutosh, if at all, yeah, Ashutosh.
Yeah. Deepti, I'm here.
So how to delete a row or a column,
Mhm.
right, or any index, right, from a data frame?
Okay. So if you want to delete or remove the index, say from a data frame, you have to do certain things. Now, the first thing is that you need to reset the index of the data frame. Once that is done, you need to execute del df.index.name. Now, what will it do? It will remove the index name, right? Delete. Then you need to remove duplicate index values. How can you do that? By resetting the index and dropping the duplicate values from the index column. And then you can remove an index method. So that is how you are deleting an index from the data frame, right? Now, when we talk about deleting a column from the data frame, we can simply use the drop method for deleting a column from the data frame. The access argument that is passed to the drop method is either 0 if it indicates the row, and if you want to indicate the column, then access should be 1. You can pass the argument in place and set it to true also to delete the column without reassigning it to the data frame. And we can also delete the duplicate value from the column by using drop underscore duplicate method. So these are the ways, certain ways through which we can delete a column from the data frame. Talking about removing a row or deleting a row from the data frame, again, here we can use df dot drop underscore duplicate. So we can remove the duplicate rows from the data frame using this. We can use the drop method to specify the index rows that we want to remove from the data frame. So these are a few ways, Deepti, through which we can remove a row from the data frame, we can delete a column from the data frame, and as well as we can delete an index from the data frame as well.
Okay, so the thing is here when you return a data frame and with the duplicate rows to be removed or duplicate columns, right? Any changes, sorry, we have to give in place is equal to true. Otherwise, it is not going to reflect in the original data. That's what you mean to say, correct? Right? And sometimes what you do is you need not reset the index. If at all you want to ignore the index, you can give that also as a Boolean value. Right? So whenever I want to create a data frame and I want to remove the duplicates, so this is how you have to do it, friends. And you want to give certain arguments like, you want any subset, you want to keep the first few values, remove certain values. But the most important part is if you want to only showcase that output for that particular, for our understanding, you need not give in place is equal to true. Otherwise, you have to give in place is equal to true because for further processing, you need that same data. If you're not giving that, your total, whatever the changes you have done to the data set, they are all removed. And next, if you always prefer saying that, we always do ignoring the index also is something what we do. right? Because if the resulting access, whatever the labels are there, if some duplicates are removed, right, you have to reset it. Otherwise, again, it would be some values got deleted is what we are able to see. Yeah, thank you, Ashutosh. Okay, now Bharat, how to get
Yes, Siddhi.
items in A, like we can say series data A, and they are not present in series B. Is that possible? Because we all know that pandas is giving you two types of manipulating the data, and you can store data in two formats. One is your series and other is your data frame.
Yeah.
Okay. So when you series is that we have already explained many times that it is a single dimensional data. Only one column is there, whereas data frame will have two, right?
Okay.
Have rows and columns, right? Now my question is how to get the items of a series A and items and they are not present in series B, like unique items, if you can put it in a different terminology.
Okay, we can, like you said, we can use the pandas library, and then like you said, if you're dealing with series data, and I will be using series function to display that. If you allow me, I can come up with a simple example.
Yeah.
Okay. So first, I will define here. I'll say P1 disco, and then I'll say PD dot series. See, I'm deliberately not importing pandas again because I've already have done that. So you don't have to import the libraries again and again. And here I'm passing these values, integers 2, 6, 8, 10. Okay. And then I'll say P2. This is going to be PD dot series. Eight, 10, 12, or okay, 12, 14, 16. Okay. These are my variables. And I will say P1 is equal to, or okay, I'll just use P1 of okay. Just give me a minute. For some reason, the browser got stuck. Okay. So are you able to see this?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Let me continue. So now I'm saying P1 of P2. Yes, I remember I've used a couple of weeks ago, and
Yes.
it worked for me. So I am assuming it will work now as well. Anyhow, it is like I'm keeping this example a simple part, but the point, the root is series of A and B, how they're getting printed. Okay, now let me execute this. Okay. So this is how the series of A and your B, you are able to look at the items in A that are not present in the series B, or two of any series.
Okay. So yeah, so it is nothing but we are using on data frame is in operator, right? The good thing is that it is helping you to filter out the series data, right? And we are selecting the rows or the data points of our own interest.
Yes, we
Right?
can do it.
So we are doing that here with respect to using, you have used a function called
Is in function.
is in function. Okay, so I was thinking that we can use is in function only on a data frame, but yes, it is also used on series data.
You keep exploring or experimenting.
Yes.
You know? Like I could recollect that I've used certain
Other day,
areas.
even Ashutosh has used append function,
Correct.
right? Like we always only use
He must have used it elsewhere in his application or analysis. So that is what you have to recollect and then implement.
generally we only use concatenate, merge, right?
Correct.
Certain things, but yeah. Okay, Ashutosh,
Yeah, Dipti.
convert. Okay, you need to convert a numpy array to a data frame of a certain given shape.
Okay. So when we want to convert a array to a data frame with Python, you need to have your numpy array, and you also need to use the td.dataframe constructor. So these are the prerequisites that are there. So allow me to share my screen, and then I will be
Yeah, please.
explaining. Okay. So here, first let me import as NP. I'm also importing pandas as. Then say I'm defining a variable t is equal to td dot series. And using the numpy, I want to generate random numbers, random integers, and let's say 1, 7, 30. Okay. And then let me take the same thing. And say I'm saying info is equal to td dot data. I remember yesterday I was making a mistake over here. Data frame D and F both were in small and it was throwing an error. E dot values dot reshape 7, comma any shape, right? You think?
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah. So anyway, you have converted the array into series data in the first line, and now you have given a shape of your choice.
Yeah. So there you go, Deepti, and you can see the result over here. The array, numpy array has been converted into a data frame over here.
Okay, of your shape, whatever you have given, right?
Exactly.
If at all, okay. And the other day also we tried to explain our viewers saying that if it is converted into series data, it is very easy for us to dump into the data frame rather than array or list or some other format. For that we have the flexibility, right? So you can create a data frame. That's why Ashutosh has used the function called series, which is available in pandas, right, in the first line. So np.random.rand integers. Rand integers is nothing but it is giving you integer values. Now, just now,
Right.
like Ashutosh has, Bharat or Ashutosh, both of them use rand n function, which was giving some random numbers, which were giving negative values, and there were decimal numbers coming in. But here we are restricting the function random, give some random numbers, those should be integer only. Right? Those should be integer only. And if you observe, the starting number is 1 and the ending number is 7. And you are asking 35. Right? If you count all those, right? You have 7 5s, 35 numbers you want, and all should be in the range of 1 to 7. Right? So he has taken a P, that P value is an array shape actually, but he has converted into pd.series into that. Then what he has taken is he has picked up each and every value and he has given a shape 7 by 5.
So you have 7 over here and 5 over here.
That's
rows
what.
and columns.
Exactly. So we asked him to create a data frame, right, of the given shape. So if he changes the shape, reshape is something which is helping us to change your rows and columns. Now, if it is 5 by 7, it becomes 5 rows, 7 columns. Okay, your Python's this pandas reshape will reshape the data according to your own choice. Okay, so what is it we are trying to do is we have used a numpy and pandas, converting them into a data frame, right? And then we can do that with using the reshape. Similarly, what you can do is we are able to do different types of operations on pandas because pandas is very, very famous for data manipulations, for analyzing the data. Data analysis is done primarily because of the data-centric Python packages, and pandas is one of them. Where you are trying to import your data, you're analyzing data, it's quite easy. Like, we are able to do we are able to do filtering here, retrieve the data here. So many things are being done, which are definitely very, very easy way of running things here. Like, where you can add a new column to the existing data frame. Already you have a column, the renaming of the columns, right? You want to find out something related to arrays, right? Convert them into a proper shape. So many things are easily done via pandas. So the functionalities, like, now you are able to use an is-in method. Now you are able to use something which is totally different, right? So you can pick up, you can do slicing. Like, how do you slice your data in list or in a dictionary? You're also doing slicing on data frames, right? Because all the data, whatever you want, it might have a lot of clutter in it because you're working on the raw data, right? And you have to prepare the data, how it is to be done. Otherwise, it will spill out errors once you try to apply certain functionalities on top of it. Because of that reason, the data manipulations, data pre-processing should be done. That is the first and the foremost step what we have in our mind, and that is very easily done using pandas package. So today we could cover certain things with respect to the is-in function. We could see that we could convert an array into a data frame of a shape. How can you pick up the items from one series data to other? How you can drop the duplicates via column, and rows, right? How you can sort the indexing. So there are certain things which are very, very important while you are preparing your data, right? So we can perform so many operations on the data using pandas is what we could draw. Like, when you have some missing values in your data, right? And you want to drop those missing values. You want to check, are there any missing values? Otherwise you want to fill in, you want to replace, you want to interpolate. So many things are there which we are able to perform using this package. So more things to continue tomorrow, friends. So let's stop our session today here. Thank you all for joining in once again, and thank you for all those who are watching our recorded videos. Hope it's helping you people to understand certain things, and thank you so much. Once again, thank you, Ashutosh and Bharat.
Thank you guys. Yeah.
Thank you everyone for joining.